Have you ever found yourself struggling to prepare for an interview? Do you feel anxious and unsure about how to present yourself effectively? Well, you are not alone. Welcome to SunConnexion, your professional well-being program. I am Belen, your mentor. In each video, I'll be addressing your burning questions, drawing from my extensive 30 years of corporate experience and decades of studying well-being practices. I mentor young graduates from universities every year, and their most common question is, how do I prepare for an interview? Today, I am here to share my top 3 tips for preparing for an interview that will help you feel confident, prepared, and ready to nail that interview. Interviewing can be scary, but it is an art that can be mastered with practice. I always encourage people to apply for jobs and go through interviews, even if they are not really wanting that job. This is just a way to practice and be comfortable and ready for that interview you want to nail. Let's dive into my top 3 tips for preparing for an interview. Tip number 1. Craft your story. How many times have we been asked in an interview, tell me about your story, and we stumble to find the right words? This is where you need to have a well-rehearsed story. It is crucial to keep it short, succinct, and most importantly, engaging. As my husband always says, you need to make people dream. Recently, I had a networking conversation with a lady who had an amazing story but lacked the storytelling structure. She came from Colombia to Australia 20 years ago, completed a master's degree and a PhD in finance. She started her career on a small bank in a regional Victoria and then moved to Adelaide and then Sydney, working for major banks and international lenders. Her expertise in credit scoring and risk management led her to work with prestigious organizations like Amex. Now, she works in the same organization as me. It took me 20 minutes to uncover her incredible journey. If it was me, I would have summarized this story in an interview as follows. I came to Australia 20 years ago from Colombia, seeking a better future. I completed my PhD in finance and I have since worked with multiple organizations, helping them build and grow their credit scoring models. I have experience in small and large banks, global financial organizations like Amex, and even international insurance companies. When you listen to this summary, don't you get excited about her background and want to know more? That's the power of a well-crafted story. Tip number 2. Prepare your top 3 stories. In most interviews, you will be asked behavioral type of questions. To make the most of these questions, it is important to have your top 3 stories ready to share. Always think about examples where you have dealt with a difficult stakeholder, delivered a project under stress, or faced a challenging situation. Choose examples that you are still emotionally connected with, as it will convey your energy and passion as you share them. Tip number 3. Structure your stories. Structuring your stories is crucial. Always follow this formula. Context. Set the scene and provide background information. Problem. Explain the challenge or issue you faced. What did you do? Describe the actions you took to address the problem. Outcomes. Share the results and impact of your actions. It is surprising how often people forget to include the problem or outcomes in their stories. The more quantifiable your outcomes are, the more strategic you will sound. Let me give you an example to bring it to life. Imagine we are in an interview and you ask me, Tell me about that time where you had to deal with a difficult stakeholder that were blocking one of your projects. I immediately recall my experience with a non-for-profit health insurance company. And here is how it goes. Context. The company was facing major financial difficulties and needed to make drastic changes in coverage and premiums to become profitable again. Problem. Our distribution and customer servicing leaders were opposed to these changes, fearing customers' complaints and negative feedback. What I did? I explained to them the consequences of not making these changes, highlighting that the organization would face default and potential liquidation if reserves were depleted. Outcomes. With everyone understanding the criticality of the situation, they joined the program, provided input, and actively participated in shaping the change management agenda. In just 12 months, we turned the organization's $50 million forecast losses into $10 million profit. Impressive, right? I have a couple of extra tips that I'll be sharing in a future video, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel to catch them. Remember, you are not just being interviewed, you are also interviewing your future manager and organization. You have the power to accept or decline a job. This mindset gives you confidence and will be reflected in your energy and presentation during the interview. If you have any questions or topics you would like me to explore, please leave them in the comments section. Subscribe to don't miss out the answer. I'll be offering a 1-hour free mentoring session valued at $350 to the person who asks the most questions and provides insightful comments this month of July. Finally, remember, every day, in every way, to be the best version of yourself. And until the next video,